In the heart of Nigeria's southeast lies a forgotten path to economic greatness, a path that flows quietly beneath the surface of our rivers, waiting to be rediscovered. A recent hydrographic survey across the 5 southeastern states has brought to light a powerful revolution. The southeastern region, despite being landlocked by conventional geography, is far from being disconnected from the sea. In fact, 3 major riverfronts in the region offer direct access to the Atlantic Ocean with the potential to become world-class seaports, both deep and shallow. Let's take a look at them. The first is Azumiri Blue River in Abia State, a deep and wide body of water just 30 nautical miles from the Atlantic Ocean. Azumiri is strategically positioned to serve Abia, Rivers, and Akwa Ibom State. Experts describe it as a prime location for a deep seaport, one that could transform the region into a logistic powerhouse. The second one is Obeaku in Abia State. Even closer to the ocean, the Obaunoki River lies 25 nautical miles from the Atlantic. Its surrounding terrain, depth and reach make it another untapped opportunity for marine-based infrastructure. The third one is Oseakwa River in Anambra State. Perhaps the most compelling of all is Oseakwa, located in Ihiala, Anambra State. It is just 18 nautical miles from the Atlantic Ocean and boasts a natural depth of 20 meters without dredging. This makes it the deepest river in Nigeria and one of the most strategically viable for maritime development. Its connection to Osemoto, Uguta in Imo State, and by extension to Delta, Bayelsa, and even Enugu makes it a central hub in waiting. It is a question that many have asked over the decades. Why does the Southeast, despite its booming commerce and proximity to the ocean, have no operational seaport? Some analysts and commentators believe that this is not merely an oversight, but part of a broader historical pattern on even infrastructural development in Nigeria. There are opinions, especially among some Igbo leaders and stakeholders, that this could be linked to deliberate centralization policies of the unintended consequences of political power imbalance. Some even describe it as an economic conspiracy to restrict the Southeast access to global trade through maritime independence. But beyond politics, there are technical and administrative reasons that have contributed to this lack of development. The first one is lack of federal investment. Many port projects in the Southeast remain in proposal stages due to insufficient capital allocation and absence of federal backing. The second one is inadequate infrastructure. Poor road and rail connectivity to potential port sites have made investors hesitant, and logistics would remain a challenge even with a port in place. The third one is environmental concerns. Some proposed locations require significant environmental impact assessment, dredging, and shoreline protection, which have stalled progress. And finally, policy and bureaucratic bottlenecks. Nigeria's port governance system is highly centralized under the Nigerian Ports Authority (NPA), and approval for new ports have historically been difficult to secure without political will at the federal level. It's not just a regional demand, it is a national necessity. Every day, millions of tons of goods destined for southeastern Nigeria are forced to pass through the overcrowded ports of Lagos. This leads to massive delays, high transportation and demurrage costs, road congestions and infrastructure breakdown, exploitation and multiple taxations along trade routes. Meanwhile, Igbo entrepreneurs who drive much of Nigeria's non-oil import and export economy are left at a logistical and financial disadvantage. A functional seaport in Azumiri, Obeaku, on Oseakwa would decongest Lagos port, boost regional trade and industrialization, create thousands of jobs, attract foreign investment, strengthen Nigeria's global trade competitiveness. So, where do we go from here? First, the federal government must recognize the Southeast as a viable maritime zone and prioritize investment in at least one of the 3 surveyed river ports. Second, private investors, state government, and regional economic blocs must collaborate and commit resources to design, feasibility studies, and early-stage infrastructure. Third, all stakeholders, traditional leaders, politicians, business elites, and citizens must speak with one united voice in advocating for maritime equity. Lastly, new laws and policies should be considered to allow for decentralized port development where states or regions can build and manage ports under regulated partnership. The future of the Southeast lies not just in market, industries, or entrepreneurship, but in unlocking our rivers and reclaiming our maritime destiny. A seaport in Igbo is not a privilege, it is a right grounded in geography, commerce, and history. The time for excuses is over. The time for action is now. What do you think? Should the Southeast have its own functional seaport? Tell us in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content from Ebonyi People TV.